Hello, hello. Today we are looking into the case of Travis JUETTEN. I believe that's how you say it. So I don't want to go into this reading from a point of trying to connect it to Idaho because I don't really think that's fair to Travis and his story. So this reading is not going to be to look for a connection. This reading is going to be to try and figure out what happened to Travis, why, and if we can get any additional information that may help in catching that person. So we're going to start. So Travis and Jamie Lynn were stabbed in the middle of the night while they slept on August 13th. Travis died at the scene and Jamie Lynn survived 19 stab wounds. There was survivor left in the home. The couple were going away the next day. They're supposed to go away, and there was someone to babysit their pet that was in the home. He got up and protected his wife when the person came in the room. Okay, so I want one card for Jamie Lynn, one card for Travis, and the energy between them. Eight of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Said Jamie first, right? Jamie was working really hard at something. She was putting a lot of effort into putting a lot of effort into something and wanted it to go really perfectly. Excuse me. Wanted to go really perfectly. Likely it's something to do with a new project, or maybe a hobby that she was trying to turn into a career, maybe something like that. And Travis, sorry, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. Okay, now I'm good. Travis was kind of pushing her to do really well at this. He was supporting her, yeah, you're doing a great job, I got you. Maybe even some kind of sacrifice on Travis's part so that Jamie Lynn could step into whatever this project that she was trying to work really hard on. This is likely something she was a little frustrated that she either wasn't further along with it yet, or maybe she was trying really hard and not seeing results yet, something like that. But there was some kind of focus there between the two of them, but no negative energy at all. Okay, so I gotta know, it's a friend that was there at the house, that was there to pet sit while they were away. We obviously have to know about the friend. So in terms of the friendship or the connection between the three of them, the pet sitter and the couple, I want the couple's energy, the pet sitter's energy, and the energy between them. Hierophant. Queen of Swords. Queen of Wands. So there's something they don't agree on, the couple and the friend. It was a weird energy. Almost like the couple was picking up on something that was off about the friend. Clarifier for the Hierophant in reverse. The Tower in reverse. They didn't want to say anything about it. They picked up on something weird, but they didn't want to say anything about it. Either they picked up on something like that made them uncomfortable, or they picked up on something they were like, what? But they didn't want to bring it up. I feel like they almost had a conversation like, should we say something? No, don't say anything. Clarifier for the Queen of Swords. King of Swords reversed. Yeah, they felt like they couldn't say something about whatever it was that made them uncomfortable or made them like confused or something. Either it's something that was out of character for the person, or something that just like didn't make sense, or maybe they caught someone like them in a lie or something, as in the couple caught the pet sitter. Something weird had happened, and they didn't want to say anything about it. And it went against their, like, they wanted to say something about it, but that for some reason they didn't. There's like some kind of, maybe it's just that they needed that person. Oh, hold on. Nine of Swords. It's, okay, so the pet sitter gets to the house. A couple notices something weird before they go to bed. Like, I don't know if they either thought something was off, or they thought something was a lie or something. It was something little, but they were like, should we say something? And then almost like, oh, well, we can't say something now because we need this person to watch the pet when we go. We're going tomorrow. Yeah, they clarifier for the Queen of Wands. King of Wands. Clarifier for the connection between the Queen and King of Wands. The Moon. Clarifier for the Moon. Five of Pentacles reversed. I need to Google something. Be right back. I can't find much about the survivor from this case. Something made the couple uncomfortable about the survivor prior to going to bed that night, or maybe even after they went to bed. Maybe they heard something. I don't know if Jamie Lynn is putting it together with a connection to what actually happened. There's a connection that's not being seen that has something to do with recovering a financial loss. What else can I know about this Queen and King combo? And what does it have to do with the murders specifically? Three of Cups reversed. I mean, I'm sure it's been looked into, but I'd be curious to know everyone that pet sitter had spoken to in the 48 hours leading up to the murders, specifically in the 2 hours leading up to the murders. Three of Pentacles reversed. Three with the King and Queen. an unseen connection, recovering a debt or recovering money loss. So the pet sitter has the connection to the couple. The pet sitter has a connection to, my opinion, allegedly. And maybe the pet sitter doesn't know it. Okay? But the pet sitter has a connection to the murderer. Pet sitter has a connection to the murderer. So that's 1, 2, 3. Murderer does not have a connection to the couple. This would be like, my opinion, something that the pet sitter got involved in. And somehow the couple was roped into this just through sheer trusting the wrong person. I know that's like really crappy to say, but 8 of Cups reversed. Did this person... I'd be curious to know about the couple's relationship with this pet sitter. Is there something that they went through? I can't find any information. I don't know if maybe I'm just looking in the wrong place. I tried typing in 80 different ways. I can't find much about this survivor. It could be something very innocent where the survivor is not even aware that they have a connection to the person who did this. I don't know. I'm not saying that it's like a choice they made. While it very well could be, there's a connection. We had the King and Queen of Wands both coming out with the moon. I mean, that's like it's almost as if it's saying it's right there, but nobody's looking at it because no one's... I mean, maybe they did. I'm not saying that nobody's looking at it, but nobody's looking at it in a way that's making any progress in the case, but it is there to be seen, and there's a connection, like a big connection. And look, if you hold these next to each other, the way they came out, she's like looking over at him and he's looking straight ahead. It's like the one partner or the one person is kind of looking to the other one as to what to do, or giving the other one a sign of an appropriate amount of time. And we have the 8 of Cups, which really confirms this reverse tower, because maybe Jamie Lynn doesn't realize that she, like... It's something the couple picked up on prior to this happening. But I don't know if they think... I don't know if she thinks it's connected or not. But it's... And it could be something very small... That maybe it was like a 2-second conversation, like, should we say something? I don't know, we need the baby's the pet sitting. But there's something that was picked up on previous to this happening, and I don't know if it's being pieced together, but it has a connection. It's right there to be seen, but it's not being seen, but there's a definite connection. I want to know... The Queen and the King of Wands, which one is the leader and which one is... Wait, hold on. That would make sense to ask it like that. I want to know, out of these two, which one would be the role of the surviving witness. 2 of Swords for the Queen, which is about a difficult decision. Should I do it? Should I not? And then the Lovers in reverse for the King. King was the leader. King was the leader. Self-love. So the person in the house is that queen role. The one that made some kind of choice. It's interesting that that's the 2 of Swords too, because it's 2 people were the ones that were attacked and one person is there blindfolded, kind of just like sitting in the chair. Oh, the moon. The moon there, and look, the Lovers doesn't have a moon on it. The moon there, and the moon is what came out with the connection between the two of them. Now, this might not be a conscious decision. They might not have known what they were setting up to happen. Maybe they did. I don't know. I'm not going to go into that in this reading. But there is some kind of connection there. What relationship, if any, did Travis and or Jamie Lynn have with the killer? Five of Wands reversed, 10 of, or 7 of Wands. They didn't have a direct relationship with them, but they had an interaction with them before. That wasn't good. It might not have been like a fight, but just like if I were Jamie Lynn, this would be someone in my life that, like, if I saw them in the grocery store, I would just kind of want to go the other way. Like, I'd be like, oh, like it's not someone that they had a relationship close enough to hate, or like, not that they would, but just like, it's someone that they would rather avoid as opposed to not avoid. But it's not someone they know well. Maybe like 2 interactions with them. 2 or 3 quick interactions, like through someone else. Through someone else, but not through the pet sitter. This is a group of 3. And again, consciously or unconsciously, it could be another situation where the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing, and there's 2 people that are kind of working as a team, but not knowing that they're working together as a team. It could be that. This would be like, if someone, like, let's say I just got the name of the person and I told Jamie Lynn, it would be like if she reacted in a way that was like she knows of the person, doesn't know them well, has had interactions with them that it's like, I'm seeing this person here, or like, what's this person like, or like an interaction that was weird, and then another interaction where you're like, oh, this person again. It likely wouldn't have been that far before this happening, at least not the last one. This wasn't random. It wasn't random at all. I wonder how far in advance it was planned to have the the pet sitter at the house. If anyone knows that, I don't know. I can't find anything about the pet sitter. I'd be curious to know when it was planned that was happening, that the pet sitter was going to be there. I think that's very important. And I know it's something that they obviously already looked into, but I just, in this theory, I feel like it's important. So yeah, it would be like someone that she knows of but doesn't know. It's not someone that she'd be like, oh, they're an acquaintance or a friend. It's not that. It's below that. I would categorize it in like weird run-ins. Likely when her and Travis were like together, like physically together, like they ran into someone when they were together as a pair more than once. I'm thinking 3 times for some reason. Let me pull a card for that. Page of Swords. Yeah. So Page of Swords is like a messenger card. It's almost like somebody was giving somebody tabs on them. They had something that somebody wanted. They either had something that somebody wanted to take from them, or they were like some kind of like when you have to hurt someone to get into some kind of group or something, like it was either that they wanted to take something from them, or it was that. This was not something that Jamie Lynn or Travis did to cause someone to do this. Like, let me pull a card. Page of Cups reverse, yeah. Page of Cups reverse. Page of Swords upright. I said it's not someone that they did, and it came out in reverse. And this one came out upright to represent the person. So yeah, that was big combination. It's not someone, like, it's not like Travis or Jamie Lynn did something and someone retaliated and did this. That's not it. It's they're the unfortunate byproduct of somebody else's bad choices that put them in a position to either somebody wanted to take something from them, or in a position of some kind of sacrifice, I guess you could say. Or like test. I can't tell which one it is. I almost feel like it's both. They wanted to take something from them, and then the rest of what I said. Feeling like I'm going to pull one of these. Give me some energy that aligns with the killer's energy. Aline Carol Wuronos. I'm going to spell that because I know I said that wrong. Aileen Carol, Carol, and last name Wornos. Florida highway killer. Lured men into wooded areas where she would shoot and then rob them, later claiming her victims were killed in self-defense. Huh. Killed in self-defense. Well, yeah, Travis was killed in self-defense. Was it a woman that was at the house to pet sit? Lured men into the woods. I feel like, was it a trailer they lived in? I think I read that somewhere. Lured men into woods would be like, okay, come on, you can come on now, they're sleeping. Self-defense would be Travis self-defending himself and his wife. And it's a queen card. Queen up in the corner. I'd be curious to know if that person who stayed at the house is a woman or has feminine energy. I can't find anything about. I literally typed in Travis Jutten's surviving attendant, and I didn't get anything. And it just says a person on all the websites. It doesn't say like he or her. Watch their cat while they were away. I'm curious to know more about the person who stayed at the house. It wouldn't be an obvious connection in the person's life. It wouldn't be like, I don't know how to explain it. It wouldn't be a direct connection. Like, it's not like a best friend of theirs or something. It's like a low-key connection that they don't like flaunt to others, I guess you could say. I'm going to pick 2 cards. So Jamie Lynn is still alive. So I want 1 card from her subconscious. Like, maybe she's not even aware that she knows this. And then 1 card from Travis. First for Jamie Lynn. Witness may fear coming forward with valuable information. Witness. Surviving witness. Jamie Lynn knows that this person knows something, even if she doesn't actively know that she knows. She may be in, and it could be that she's even completely forgetting that she felt uncomfortable or weird about something before, because she's just in that state of shock and grief. But this makes me feel like it's more likely that if there is a connection to the person who is staying at the house, it's not something they did on purpose, or not something that they wanted to do, at least. And that could, just for an example, it could be something like, just for example, it could be like if someone texted the pet sitter saying, hey, what are you doing now? And the pet sitter was like, oh, well, I'm pet sitting for this couple and they just fell asleep, so I'm just laying here in bed talking to you. And then, you know what I mean? It could be something like that, or it could be, hey, they fell asleep. It's something like that. Either way. 1 from Travis. So I'm not saying that it's something that they necessarily want it to be part of, but I'm saying that they know something. My opinion, allegedly. Victim engaged in unusual behavior prior to the crime. Not the victim. Look, it's the 2 masks. He's talking about the surviving witness. He since he's crossed over, he's remembering that there was something off that night. The person had 2 masks on. There's something that he knew about, that Travis knew about, or that he felt was off, and they just said, let's not say anything about it right now, because we're leaving tomorrow. Let's not ruin our trip. I want 2 cards for this card from Jamie Lynn's subconscious that says witnesses may fear coming forward with information. And the only witnesses are herself and the other witness, and you know that she would tell anything that she knew, and she probably has already told everything she knows. So that leaves 1 other person. King of Pentacles reversed. Some kind of financial element here. Or like investing, like doing this to invest in this opportunity. Knight of Pentacles upright. There's some kind of masculine connection to this Queen energy. Witnesses may fear coming forward. There's a person that if you stay on their good side, you're fine. But if you go against them, they don't care. That's all game on. No matter how close you are to them, no matter what you mean to them, you don't cross that person. And that's the person that this person is scared of. And there may not be any proof of that connection anywhere, because it could be like a disposable connection that you can just hide. I know that's hard to do, but it could be something like that where it's not an obvious connection in that person's life, but they just are. It could be something like small that they did as a role in it. I don't know how it came to be, but that this person's scared of someone. This is someone that if you're on their good side, you're good. But if you cross them, they will do whatever they have to. Victim engaged in unusual behavior prior to the crime from Travis. 2 cards for that. 10 of Cups reversed and the Star reversed. He lost his family because that person lost their way. He lost, you know, his being able to be with his wife because there was, you would consider the other person in the house that's a surviving witness a victim because they're a victim of the crime. So victim lost their way, caused Travis to lose his family. Allegedly, my opinion. All of this is alleged, my opinion. Some things I would be curious to know about this. If anyone has this information, I will be able to look into this further. How long in advance was this trip planned? How long in advance was the house sitter like booked or scheduled to do this for? Like 2 months in advance, 2 weeks in advance, 2 days in advance? When was it planned that this person was going to do this? I'd be curious to know if the pet sitter has any other income and how long they've been at that source of income. I'd be curious to know how long the couple and the pet sitter were friends for, and if there has been any break in their friendship previously of like at least 2 weeks or more, or like due to some kind of argument. I don't know if Jamie Lynn would be able to remember it, because when you are in that state of shock and trauma, it's very hard to be like, oh, well, before it happened, we were talking about this. That might be completely wiped out of her psyche. But if she does remember anything off or weird that happened that night, even if she doesn't think it's important, which I mean, I feel like she probably told everything, even if she felt like it wasn't important. But just in case, if there wasn't, I do feel like there's some kind of connection to something that they picked up on earlier that night that was just like, maybe it's something the person said, or maybe it's like something they thought they overheard on a phone call that they were like. And the tough part about that is there's the possibility that maybe Jamie Lynn didn't hear it or know about it, and only Travis heard it or knew about it, but didn't say anything at the time because he didn't want to upset Jamie Lynn or worry her, and wanted to go on vacation and then take care of it afterwards. Unfortunately, that's a possibility too, so there may be no way for Jamie Lynn to remember anything because she might not have experienced it to remember it. It might have just been Travis. But something earlier in the night either was like made them like not angry to the point where they'd be mad, but like either uncomfortable or like questioning like what's going on here, like something. I'm feeling like it was either a question that was asked or something that was overheard on the phone, or maybe like seen on the phone. It has something to do with the phone. It could either be a question, like maybe the person asked a question while kind of like holding their phone weird, and Travis was like maybe questioned if he was being filmed, or questioned if the person was like relaying information to someone, or questioning like, why are you asking me that question? I don't know, there's something. So Travis has crossed over, so he knows who did this. So one card from him about the energy of the person that committed the acts of murder before they entered the house, and one while they were doing it, and then one now. So before, during the act, and then now. Poet of Avon, the storyteller. Fame, stagnation, pride. Yeah, it was like they wanted to take something from them and they had to do it for some kind of like getting into something, proving something. I'm telling you, this is not anything that Jamie or Lynn or Travis caused. It's not. You won't find a connection to the murderer through looking through them, because they're not the ones that brought this murder to them. My opinion, allegedly. They're not. This man has a sword in his side part thing. What is he holding? I don't know what he's holding, but all I can see is like a green and a blue like string going through it, and it's making me think of like the world, like the green and blue of the world, like holding Jamie Lynn and Travis's like entire world in his hands. There's some element of like this would be like not getting into some kind of like organization, but leveling up in an organization. It's not like a new person. It's like someone who's leveling up and how to do something for it. Or something like similar to that. His energy during the murders. Morgan Le Fay, the Witch of the Ages, atonement, growth, and deceit. Atonement, growth, and deceit. Yeah, growth. Not someone entering, someone advancing their position in some way. Either advancing their position or making up for some kind of wrongdoing, like you owe me, so you got to do this. But that would make less sense in my opinion, but it could be. Deceit makes me feel like if there was some involvement from the pet sitter, allegedly, in my opinion, it was likely that they didn't know the extent or didn't know what was even going on. Could be like accidentally passing information to someone and then being like, oh my gosh, does that have something to do with it later, but being too scared of them to say anything. The killer's energy now. Hiding your true self, and there's two people on the card. One's looking straight ahead, and one's like covering themselves. Hiding your true self. Doing like a doorway in the background, like walking through someone's house. And we have, again, the masculine and feminine energies, and then two people in a card. We had masculine and feminine couple energy before, coupled with the moon, which is like the unseen, and now we have, at the end, we're seeing things for how they truly are. I want just... Actually, I'm going to use these. I'm going to pull 5 of these, and then we're done for this part. And if you have answers to any of the questions that I asked, let me know, and I will look more into it and see what I can get. Unrequited. stalking. Red flag. It says no swimming. If in doubt, don't go out. That's exactly what I said happened before, earlier in the night. And they had multiple interactions with this person at random places. This person just walking down the street and they're taking a picture. Unrequited. This was not something that Jamie, Lynn, and Travis caused. It wasn't. Moving on. One person in a boat. One person in a boat. The person doesn't plan on coming forward. Anyone who has information does not plan on coming forward unless they are forced into a corner. They're trying to just leave it behind. This happened because someone was This happened because there was information from inside the home that got to outside of the home. That caused this opportunity to be able to happen. I'd be curious to know if the front door was pushed open or like how did the person get in, because I wouldn't be surprised if the person just walked in. One more card for that. I wouldn't be surprised if the person just walked in and didn't have to break in, and then like if someone was going around kind of saying like, oh, they didn't lock the door at night or something. Page of Wands reverse. Another page. So we had the page representing the... There we go. I don't remember where it went. We had the Page of Swords, Page of Cups reverse. Then we had Page of Wands reverse. This is someone who's very immature. That's like the connection. It's just that they don't think ahead about the consequences of their decisions. It's not necessarily that they're evil. So that's... It may not be that they have a knowing part in what ended up happening, but there's some kind of bridge that was provided to walk over through some kind of connection to the pet sitter, in my opinion, allegedly. And it might not be a knowing thing. Again, it might be just, oh, I'm at this person's house, they went to sleep, and then boom. But the person's not coming forward for some reason because they're very scared. But there is some piece of the puzzle that's not being looked at, and it does have a connection. This is giving me the vibes of like someone watching the home waiting. Like not just like walking right in. Did the killer know that they were going on vacation the next day? The Magician. Yes. Communication. Yeah, he was told. The killer was directly told they are going on vacation the next day. He knew their plans, but didn't know them personally. So there was a connector. There's someone connecting them, telling them what's going on. And it could honestly be something as innocent as social media, like post pictures when I'm here, post pictures when I'm there, and then the killer sees, okay, this person's in that person's house. I don't think it's that innocent, but it is a possibility, in my opinion, allegedly. Okay, last card. If Travis could give us one card about the killer, what would he say? Temperance in reverse. Excess. This person's greedy. This person just doesn't care who they have to step on. Oh, temperance in reverse. So someone that Travis knows of more than Jamie Lynn knows of. Like if they both saw this person out, it's like maybe Travis saw this person more often, or Travis saw this person like starting from longer ago. He got bad vibes about this person. I don't know if he shared that with Jamie Lynn or not, but he got bad vibes with this person. He knows who this person is. He got bad vibes. But he didn't know him personally. And never would have, even, like if you would have told Travis before this happened, like, this is going to happen because of this person, he'd be like, that just doesn't make any sense. Why? Card for that. 8 of Pentacles. He thought this person was just some kind of like hard worker, hustler. Like he saw them always on the go, always working, always doing something, making connections. This person had been planning this for a little bit though. I'm hearing since the start of the trip. Since the start of the trip. I'd be curious to know also of anyone, like whenever it was that Jamie Lynn and Travis planned their trip that they were going on the next day, I'd be curious to, oh, well, they could have put it on social media. I'd be curious to know who they told that they were going to go on this trip. Who they told. Because someone that they told has a connection to the killer. Judgment in reverse. Yeah, I think Travis wants this person caught. I don't think he's going anywhere until this person's caught. He's like, I'm an angel, but I ain't leaving. This person's getting caught. The world needs to know what they did. Okay, seriously, this is the last one now. I just want one of these. Actually, no. I'm going to pull 4 of these. 4 of these, and anything that Travis can like give to help us, maybe someone that knows, has a personal connection to Jamie Lynn or Travis or the family or something. Like, give me something, please, that will help someone be like, oh, okay, that's the connection or something like that. What did I say, 4? That was 3. Let me pull one more. There's 4. Letter, written message, solitude. So one person, bad, evil, urgent need. Letter or written message. I told you there somebody said something to somebody else. I'm here, or they're going to sleep, or something. This one's in reverse. Honor and recognition of labor. But it was in reverse. A medal. This is someone that's trying to like prove themselves, level up, something like that. Honor and recognition. So this isn't something that somebody did privately. It's something that they did because they wanted other people to know that they did it. The mountains nearby indicate the presence of a mighty enemy. The clover, a bear of good tidings, but if near clouds, which sky, I guess you could say, is kind of cloudy, great charging. If number 2 doesn't lie near 28 or 29, the charging will be of short duration and happiness will follow. Bear of good tidings. Yeah, bear of good tidings. A written letter. There was some kind of message that resulted in like good news for the killer. Like everything was in place or something like that. And that doesn't necessarily have to be from the person in the house. It could be someone watching nearby, like, okay, lights went off. Okay, everything's in place. Okay, you can go in. But there was something like that going on. A mighty enemy was nearby the house before going into the house. And this was not just somebody killing just to kill. It wasn't killing. It wasn't killing to keep that knowledge of killing to themselves. It was killing to prove a point or to rank up or to... I mean, I guess it could potentially be like allegedly maybe the pet sitter owed something to someone and they were like, oh, we're going to do this. But that would make a lot less sense because... unless it was just meant to be like, look how close we can get to you. I don't know. I don't know about that part. That part's less clear. And then the last one of these. Killer has a history of committing crimes. The book is open. I bet you this person's been arrested before. This person's been arrested before, but let out early on their crime. Probably early to the point where it's like, they got out already for that? How'd they get out so quick? Confirmation of what I just said, and then we're done for the day. Two of Wands reverse. Small thinking. They committed some kind of smaller crime in the past, got out early. It wasn't something that they necessarily should have been in very long for, but it's something that they got out very early or got off very easily on. It could be that they were supposed to go to jail and got some kind of like probation instead. Why do I feel like that's it? I would say to look into any people in any connections that the pet sitter has to anyone who should have gone to jail for like a mid-level or lower crime, not like murder, not anything where anyone died, probably drug related or like some kind of like they got arrested for something drug related and then they may have changed it in the system to something else. I don't know, but like plea to this instead and then, you know, it's not drug related anymore. Could be something like that. But it's something where they initially were supposed to go to jail or like should have had to go to jail, but they didn't. They got some kind of probation instead. I can't tell if they're still on the probation or not right now. And again, this might not be something that was knowingly done by the pet sitter. I'm not saying that for sure. I don't know. It could be. To be honest, it could be. Or it could not be. But somebody does know that they played a role in this, but they're too scared to say something, is what I'm getting. If you have any of the answers to the questions, and you can show me where you got the answers from, please let me know and I will look into them and see if we can piece this together more. I would look into anyone that fits that connection in the life of the babysitter. And again, might not be something that they did knowingly, but we all at times make choices that we wish we could take back. And I feel like that's what happened here because the person made a choice not knowing what the choice was going to lead to. That's what I'm getting. And my ears ringing really loud. Anyway, have a good weekend.